Xavi Simons completes 4.2 key passes per game for Tottenham Hotspurs. That's more than Kevin De Bruyne at the same age. Here's the tactical intelligence behind his dominance. There's something mesmerizing about watching Xavi Simons receive the ball. It's not just control, it's choreography. Every touch, every body angle, every pause feels deliberate, as if he's rehearsed the chaos of football until it bends to his tempo. Simon's game begins with his first touch. The moment the ball arrives, his control dictates everything that follows. The rhythm, the flow, the next 3 seconds of play. Unlike players who trap the ball, he cushions it, absorbing momentum and instantly shaping it toward his next action. It's subtle, but in those milliseconds, he gains the one advantage defenders can't reclaim: time. His low center of gravity gives him balance that borders on elegance. You'll notice how he receives with his knees slightly bent, shoulders relaxed, scanning as he shifts weight from one foot to the other. It's this constant readiness that allows him to stay unpredictable. He doesn't stop the ball. He keeps it alive, in motion, in thought, in rhythm.
Under pressure, Simons is almost impossible to trap. Press resistance is one of the most vital qualities in modern football, and he has mastered it. Opponents try to press him tightly, but his spatial awareness lets him use their momentum against them. He'll drop a shoulder, use a single pivot touch, and emerge on the other side before they can react. It's not raw speed, it's timing, and that's what makes him special. Watch him in tight triangles with Madison or Udogie. 2 touches are enough to evade 2 markers. The first draws them in, the second escapes. It's mechanical precision, executed with an artist's grace. He doesn't need step-overs or showmanship. His control is the show. His dribbling follows the same logic, not flamboyant, but functional. Each movement serves a tactical purpose. He uses the inside of his foot to invite pressure, the outside to release it. The acceleration rhythm he's developed, especially in transitional moments, is surgical. He shifts gears so smoothly that defenders often misjudge when to commit. One step too early, and he's already gone.
This control didn't appear overnight. It's the product of a journey that began in the academies of Ajax and Barcelona's La Masia, where precision wasn't a luxury, it was a standard. At PSG, he learned the importance of tempo in senior football, surrounded by world-class players who demanded constant excellence. Then at RB Leipzig, he found structure, pressing patterns, positional discipline, and the freedom to carry the ball between lines. That experience refined him. By the time he arrived at Tottenham, Xavi Simons wasn't just a talented prospect, he was a technical craftsman. Every system had shaped a layer of his game. Ajax gave him control. PSG gave him courage, Leipzig gave him structure, and now Spurs are giving him a platform to orchestrate. His close control allows him to dictate play under pressure, recycle possession efficiently, and build attacks from chaos. It's the silent foundation beneath his creativity, and that's where the story moves next, from control to creation.
If Simon's touch is his instrument and passing is his composition, this is where his intelligence transforms control into orchestration. Before the ball even reaches him, he's already scanning, not once, several times. You'll see the constant head movement, left, right, left again, gathering mental snapshots of player positions, spaces, and potential passing lanes. This habit, common among elite midfielders, allows him to play in real time, never reacting, always anticipating. When the ball arrives, he doesn't need to look up. He already knows where to play it. This scanning gives his passing an almost clairvoyant quality, like he's reading from a script the defense hasn't seen. The geometry of his through balls is remarkable. Simons has mastered the art of manipulating defensive lines with subtle deception. He'll shape his body as if to play wide, freezing a defender, then slice the ball diagonally through the narrowest corridor. It's a moment of audacity disguised as routine. And here's where it gets brilliant. His weight of pass is rarely heavy, rarely light. It's perfect. Each assist feels timed to perfection. The ball arrives just as the runner hits stride, neither forcing control nor killing momentum. It's why his teammates trust him implicitly. Son makes the run not because he hopes Simons will see it, but because he knows he already has.
Look at his assist patterns. In Germany, with Leipzig, he created from transitions, space, speed, directness. In England, under Ange Postecoglou, he's evolved into a possession conductor. He builds tempo through triangles, finding vertical passes between defenders rather than over them. The chemistry between Simons, Maddison, and Udogie on the left flank has become Tottenham's creative nucleus. Maddison's gravity pulls midfielders inward, freeing Simons to operate in the half space. Udogie's overlapping run becomes a decoy, giving Simons the channel to feed Son or cut back into the central pocket. His numbers reflected top-tier expected assists, consistent progressive passes, and an ever-growing influence on Tottenham's chance creation. But the numbers only tell part of the story. The real magic is in the timing. Every great playmaker understands that passing is less about power, more about persuasion. You don't beat defenders with force, you beat them with ideas. Simons embodies that philosophy. He bends defensive lines, manipulates angles, and dictates pace, not through chaos, but through control. This isn't just vision, it's orchestration. And as his understanding of space deepens, his ability to control matches expands. That brings us to the next layer of his genius, how he positions himself to make all this possible.
The game's great playmakers don't just play in space, they play with space. Xavi Simons does this with extraordinary subtlety. His intelligence off the ball is what makes him feel omnipresent. He doesn't need to run everywhere because he's always where the game is about to unfold. You'll often see him drift between lines, finding those silent pockets behind the midfield where defenders hesitate to follow. That hesitation is his cue. Simons thrives in the half spaces, the narrow channels between the fullback and center back. They're the most valuable areas in modern football because they destabilize defensive structures, forcing communication and breaking compactness. Simons occupies them with precision, arriving not too early to be marked, not too late to lose momentum. In Tottenham's fluid build-up, he functions as the metronome. When the ball cycles between the center backs, Simons positions himself perfectly to offer the next vertical option. His awareness allows him to connect phases, from defense to midfield, from build-up to creativity. Rotation is another key element. Watch how he exchanges zones with Maddison or Bentancur. These rotations aren't random, they're rehearsed triggers. When Maddison drops deeper, Simons drifts higher. When Udogie pushes forward, Simons tucks inside to maintain balance. It's this constant reshaping that keeps Tottenham's structure alive and unpredictable.
But his intelligence doesn't stop when possession is lost. In defensive transition, he reacts instantly. Simons isn't the biggest or the fastest, but he's one of the smartest. He closes passing lanes, blocks progression, and funnels play wide, buying his teammates crucial seconds to reorganize. It's awareness, not aggression, that defines his defensive work. He doesn't dive into tackles. He prevents situations that require them. His anticipation reduces risk before it becomes danger. This combination, positional balance, pressing intelligence, and transitional control, makes him more than a playmaker. It makes him a system stabilizer. The kind of player who ensures that the team breathes in rhythm, never too fast, never too slow. And here's the subtle truth. Most midfielders react to the flow of play. Xavi conducts it. He knows when to speed the game up, when to slow it down, when to drift wide, when to stay central. This awareness isn't instinct alone, it's learned intelligence, the product of years spent studying football at its highest tactical levels. That's what transforms him from a promising talent into something greater, a football mind.
When you combine control, creativity, and intelligence, you don't just get a good player, you get inevitability. That's what Xavi Simons represents. Inevitability. His technical base allows him to manipulate tempo. His passing vision controls direction. His positioning intelligence ensures balance. Together, these qualities form the architecture of dominance. It's rare for a player this young to command such authority in elite football. Compare him to others at similar stages. De Bruyne at 22 was powerful but raw. Pedri at 21 is elegant but more methodical. Xavi is tenacious yet still developing rhythm. Simons sits somewhere between them, combining flair with control, aggression with precision. He plays like a composer who already knows how the symphony will end. Every action feels part of a larger idea. When Spurs press high, Simons directs the counter movement. When they slow the game down, he dictates where possession should flow next.
There's also an emotional maturity that underpins his tactical calm. You never see panic,
Even in high-pressure moments, he plays with the confidence of someone who's already visualized the outcome. That's what leadership looks like in a creative form, control through composure. His potential ceiling is enormous. Under Postecoglou, with a system built on fluid attacking patterns, Simons has the perfect environment to evolve. As he grows, he could redefine what it means to be a Premier League playmaker, not just a passer, but a tactical engine. And it's worth remembering, this is still early. These are foundation years. What happens when he fully integrates physical maturity with his already elite intelligence? When he learns to control not just matches, but entire seasons? That's when he becomes unstoppable. He's already rewriting Tottenham's identity. A team once known for transition football is learning to dominate possession, not by forcing it, but by conducting it. And at the heart of it all, Xavi Simons. Calm, composed, calculating. Every pass is deliberate. Every movement has meaning. Every game, a step closer to mastery.
Football has always been full of artists, players who paint moments of brilliance. But Xavi Simons is something rarer. He doesn't just paint, he conducts. He turns tempo into language, movement into narrative. Every phase of play bends toward his rhythm. Every teammate finds clarity in his structure. Watching him is like listening to a symphony in motion, intricate, intelligent, and utterly controlled. And yet, this is just a beginning. His journey from La Masia to Leipzig to Tottenham has sculpted a footballer who thinks faster than most play, who sees patterns where others see panic. So the question isn't whether he's talented. It's whether we're witnessing the rise of Europe's next great playmaker, a player capable of shaping how football itself is played. Tell us what you think. Is Xavi Simons already Europe's next great playmaking maestro? Because football has artists, but Xavi Simons, he conducts the symphony.